and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Vesta 67's workshop. Welcome to issue 21 of Legends of Ferrari F1, folks. The die-cast 1/24 scale model collection from our good old mates down at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to subscribe to this beautiful iconic collection, follow this link to the DeAgostini website, folks. There's a clickable version below in the description. Pop. And you too can own beautiful Ferraris just like this one. And you've got to admit, look at that. Doesn't she look beautiful? Now these cars, this is from 1951. And everyone gets used to the modern look of Formula One cars. But I must admit, I do find these older cars somewhat beautiful. And a little bit romantic, folks. And this is the Ferrari 375 F1, driven by José Froilán González. Probably destroyed the pronunciation of his name. I do apologise, but hey, I'm transfixed by the beauty of this car. This is his first triumph, used on the dawn of the F1 World Championships. It was the 375, so named because each of its 12 cylinders displaced 375cc. It was a 4,500cc naturally aspirated V12. You've got to have had stones of steel to have driven these bad boys. I mean, look how low this cockpit is. And yeah, I take my hat off to these fellas that drove these cars. And also a thing to note, front-mounted engine, folks. But look at that. Unbelievable era of motorsport. And how primitive the cars looked, but also how beautiful they were designed. Back in the days of drawing tables and pencils, folks. And some of the designs of the cars were absolutely stunning. There he is there, looking rather splendid, getting a peck on the cheek there after a triumph. This is the briefing, all the facts and figures on this iconic car. But even on the side profile, she looks stunning, doesn't she? It says there, Enzo signed the stocky, strong-wheeled Argentinian driver in 51. And yeah, he was a formidable force. He really was. And yeah, lived a long and prosperous life. Sadly passed away in the year 2013. So yeah, he did have a good innings, bless him. But look how exposed the driver was. No seat belts, nothing. Unreal. And yet they drove these cars absolutely flat out at a time where sadly fatalities in the sport were very high. So give these a read. You'll find out some useful information about the drivers of the era. So we'll put that to one side and we'll come and get the model in, shall we, folks? Because that's what we want to see. And there she is. Look at that. Oh, doesn't she look beautiful? Now, you get these in a display case. I tend to keep the plastics on whilst I'm showing them and moving them around because I don't want to scratch the perspex. So that's how they arrive. It's got emblazoned on there, obviously, the Ferrari logo, but also the details of the driver and the model of the car. Held in place with a couple of security screws, so we'll pop them off and we'll get the model out. We'll have a looky-loo for you, folks. What do you reckon? And there you go, folks. Look at her. What an absolute vehicle of beauty. So let's start with wooden steering wheel there, folks. All the dashboard laid out. Foot pedals, gear lever, tiny little leather seat there. But look how bare and exposed this cockpit is and how open it is. How low these sides are sculpted. Literally, so the driver's hips are exposed upwards, and anything that could have hit would have just taken the driver out, wouldn't they? And yeah, then obviously you got the big powerful V12 up front there. But can you just imagine you're in the car like so, staring down that bonnet, and you're going at 100-mile-an-hour plus on a racetrack with nothing but straw bales around the edges. It must have been exhilarating, folks. What do you think? Yeah. I love the shape. I love the design. Look at the exhausts. Even the exhausts on the outside make it look a thing of power. Exposed tyres there, spoked wheels with the knockoffs on there. Simple it all was. Tinsy-wincy windscreen. But again, you're driving along and in your mirrors you see this with the Jaws music looming up on you. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you know what I mean. But how exposed everything is, all the mechanics, the hubs and everything. It's just absolutely a stunning vehicle. There's the underside there. Flat floor. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful machine. And it's going to sit there in your collection. And I think you'll be drawn to these style of cars. Because for me, I'm a bit of an old romantic. I love looking at the cars of yesteryear. One, just to see how far the sport has progressed, but also just to doff your cap in respect at the fellas that drove these wonderful machines and put their lives at risk every time they climbed in and sat behind the steering wheel, because safety back then wasn't thought of. Right behind them, a big steel fuel tank or metal aluminium fuel tank, and yeah. Unbelievably beautiful car, folks. What do you think? You know, I think this type of car epitomises Ferrari and what they are. I really do. It's beautiful, elegant. It's, quintessentially Ferrari, isn't it? It's just beautiful, folks. So if you want to grab this collection and have this car on display in your cabinet, shelf, wherever you display your models, then follow this link here all the way to the DeAgostini website, folks. And take out a subscription for this beautiful, beautiful collection of Ferraris. As you've seen in previous videos, there are a vast array of different iconic cars in this collection, and it will grow into something spectacular that you can hand down to the next generation, and they get to appreciate the sheer elegance of this mark in the Formula One industry, folks. So until then, if you'd like to help me out, click that little festa in the corner and subscribe to my channel. I'll be immensely grateful. Ring the bell whilst you're there to get notified of future content. Thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. I hope you like these little Ferrari videos. There's just a quick little unbox and a show around of the model that we get in that particular month. In the meantime, stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now. I'm off to make brum brum noises.